The simple budgeting system anyone can follow. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've worked for years, but somehow your bank account still feels stuck. You make money, you pay bills, you swipe your card, and then suddenly it's the end of the month and you're wondering, where did all my money go? Here's the scary part. Most people don't become broke because they earn too little. They become broke because they never learn a simple system for telling their money where to go. And if you don't have a system, your money will disappear into subscriptions, impulse purchases, food deliveries, and random Amazon orders faster than you can say financial freedom. But today, I'm going to show you a budgeting system so simple that anyone can follow it. No complicated spreadsheets, no tracking every cup of coffee, no financial degree required. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap that can help you build wealth, reduce stress, and finally take control of your money. And stick around until the end, because the final step is the one that separates people who stay broke from people who quietly build wealth year after year. Why most budgets fail. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Most budgets fail before they even begin. Why? Because people make budgeting way too complicated. They create color-coded spreadsheets, track every penny, download 5 different finance apps, and after 3 days, they quit because budgeting starts feeling like a second job. Think about it. If a fitness plan requires 6 hours in the gym every day, would anyone stick to it? Probably not. The same rule applies to money. The best budget isn't the most detailed one. It's the one you'll actually follow. And that's where our simple budgeting system comes in. Instead of obsessing over every dollar, we're going to focus on just 3 categories. 3, that's it. But before I reveal them, let's talk about the biggest mistake that silently destroys financial progress. Point 2, the 50-30-20 rule. The foundation of this budgeting system is called the 50-30-20 rule. Simple, powerful, and surprisingly effective. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes toward necessities. Things like housing, groceries, utilities, transportation, and insurance. 30% goes toward wants, entertainment, dining out, travel, streaming subscriptions, the things that make life enjoyable. And the remaining 20%, that goes toward your future, savings, investments, debt repayment, the activities that create wealth. Now here's a quick question. If your paycheck disappeared tomorrow, which category would save you? The new sneakers or the emergency fund? Exactly. Most people spend today's money on today's happiness. Wealthy people spend today's money building tomorrow's freedom. And that's why the next step is so important, because knowing the rule isn't enough. You have to make it automatic. Point 3, automate everything. Here's a secret that wealthy people understand. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. Because motivation disappears, systems don't. The moment your paycheck arrives, automate your financial priorities. Automatically transfer money into savings. Automatically invest. Automatically pay bills. Remove the need to make decisions, because every financial decision drains willpower. And guess what? After a long day, your brain doesn't want to think about investing. It wants tacos and maybe an unnecessary online purchase at 11 p.m. We've all been there. Automation removes temptation. It ensures progress happens whether you feel motivated or not. But even automation isn't enough if one hidden enemy is constantly sabotaging your budget, and it's something almost everyone underestimates. Point 4, identify the silent money leaks. Most financial problems don't come from one huge mistake. They come from hundreds of tiny ones. The daily coffee, the unused subscription, the random online purchase, the treat-yourself mindset that quietly becomes a lifestyle. Individually, they seem harmless. Together, they can cost thousands every year. Imagine finding a small leak in your roof. You wouldn't ignore it because it's small. You'd fix it before it becomes expensive. Money works the same way. Spend 1 week reviewing your transactions, look for patterns, ask yourself, did this purchase improve my life or just satisfy a temporary emotion? That simple question can transform how you spend forever. And now we're approaching the final piece of the system, the step that turns budgeting from a restriction into a wealth-building machine. Point 5, pay yourself first. This is the habit that changes everything. Before you pay bills, before you buy anything, before you spend a single dollar, pay yourself first. Most people save whatever money is left at the end of the month. The problem? There's usually nothing left. But wealthy people reverse the process. They save first, then spend what's remaining. It's a subtle shift, but it creates a completely different outcome. Because every month you're sending yourself a powerful message. My future matters. And here's the exciting part. You don't need to save huge amounts. Even small, consistent contributions can grow dramatically over time. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. The person who saves a little every month often beats the person waiting for the perfect time to start. And now you can see why this entire system works. Simple categories: automatic transfers, controlled spending, and paying yourself first. Together, they create financial momentum, the kind that can completely change your future. Most people spend years searching for complicated financial strategies, but the truth is that wealth is usually built through simple habits repeated consistently. The budgeting system you learn today isn't about restricting your life. It's about creating freedom, freedom from financial stress, freedom from paycheck to paycheck living, freedom to build the life you actually want. And if you're serious about accelerating your financial journey, watch the next video on Finlanceo, where I break down the everyday money habits that keep people poor without them even realizing it. Trust me, once you see those hidden mistakes, you'll never look at money the same way again. I'll see you in the next video.